What's up, YouTube? Just want to point out some things that I've been seeing and I'm not really understanding, like how long this is going to go on. Okay. It seems like it's going to go on forever, man, as long as they're making gaming consoles. What am I talking about? All of this console wars, people choosing and picking sides, the insults, sitting waiting for the demise of another company simply because you don't like or you don't have that system or whatever. I just can't relate to that. There's been, different channels that I support. So I watch certain videos, and it's hard to watch certain videos of people making complete buffoons out of themselves. And I've never been anti PlayStation or anti Sega, anti whatever. Okay. I've had everything. Okay. I remember going back buying a ColecoVision and an Atari 600 when they were well past their life cycle of being new. Okay. I've had everything, man, or almost everything. Okay. Cause I've had from those systems, which I bought later, but I've had Nintendo, I've had Sega Genesis, I've had Sega Saturn, Super Nintendo, Sega CD, Nintendo 64, you know, I've had the Dreamcast, GameCube, Nintendo DS, Atari Jaguar, TurboGrafx 16. Had a guy that used to constantly travel to the West Coast, man. Came back, surprised me with a Neo Geo. Okay. And that was an $800 system. So yeah. But anyway, yeah. I mean, yeah. Nintendo still, then had my GameCube, my 360, Nintendo Switch, Nintendo Wii, Xbox One X, Series X. I mean, so if you look at my logo on my channel, right? What is this channel called? Xbox and Nintendo Force, because that's what I'm playing. That doesn't mean I'm anti-PlayStation. That doesn't mean I'm anti-Google Stadia or, any other system that, has, any other system. Now, the only thing, like for me, I can understand someone saying a system is not properly built. Games don't download certain things. That's mostly these retro systems. But I mean, stuff like that, deficiencies and stuff like that, you paid your money and you're not being able to play these games. You can't download certain content. I get that. Yeah, you have reason to be upset about these things. Okay. But that doesn't make a system like as far as the games, you having fun being able to play these games and enjoy it. This is what they're put here for. So I just don't understand how people can sit here and take something that's meant to be fun for us to enjoy and be entertained by, but we sit back and all we want to focus on is what we hate. And I saw some videos of some idiots, man. One of the guys, I support his channel. I like his content, and he was pretty much showing all these people, and unfortunately, these are like PlayStation fanboys, and all they're doing is sitting there wasting energy and time talking about the demise of Microsoft and how this company sucks and Microsoft is this and this and we this, we that, and I'm sitting here laughing to a point because I'm saying, what is this we? You work for Sony? They don't know you. You can wear every Sony t-shirt that they make. You can wear every PlayStation 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You can have all this memorabilia from PlayStation or whatever. They don't know you. Nobody from Microsoft know me. I don't know Phil Spencer personally. Nobody from Nintendo knows me. I'm basically, they're making money off of me because I like their product and I buy their product. And that's that. I mean, like, what do you gain? Or what do you think you gain out of making videos? This one guy, I feel like, man, I feel bad for this guy. He's sitting there making all types of stupid faces, making these weird, stupid sounds. And I'm like, bro, you are a grown ass man. And you're sitting here making a fool out of yourself. All in the name of trying to shame Microsoft. Like I said, what do you think you're gaining? What do you think you're proving? But again, it's like, don't buy Xbox. Xbox sucks. Don't do this. Don't do that. Oh, PlayStation is dominating. And it's like, you know what I've never done? I've never compared these systems. I've always liked the systems for them being different. You know, I had a TurboGrafx 16, right? I had an Atari Jaguar, the Neo Geo. These are systems that I'm the only person that I knew that had them, that I personally knew. So everybody was always coming to my house to play games because I had everything. Okay. I had a friend that we used to play video games like every day. And I was at his house damn near every single day. And we used to swap systems. You know, he had a PlayStation, I had a Nintendo 64, but I had all these other systems too. So he had my 64 for this was like years of him trying to complete games that I had. And then I had his PlayStation. But like I said, I was always coming to his house. So be that he had my 64 and I had the PlayStation, I would come over, bring my Jaguar one day. Maybe I'd come the next time. I'd bring, the TurboGrafx, or whatever. But we were just always back and forth. Okay. If I had an issue with Sony, I would not have let him borrow my 64 and took his Sony. Now, my introduction to Resident Evil, Tomb Raiders, Rival Schools, Knockout Kings, that was through PlayStation, and Tekken also. So basically, I remember Tekken being in an arcade, but my thing about it was this. Okay, I enjoyed the games that he had. I had a lot more games than he did for every system, and he pretty much liked what I had. Now, the beauty of it was every single game that I had for any system he didn't have, and vice versa. I didn't have the games for my system that he had. And that was what was beautiful about it. But I never sat down and really just what I think is better. I've always found myself liking Nintendo games more than everything else. The thing was, now, I didn't buy a Wii until a couple of months ago. My first Wii came a couple of months ago because basically I never owned one. Now, my GameCube, when I bought that, I sold everything else that I had. Made a nice chunk of change too. But I went and I bought my GameCube at launch. I bought a bunch of games for it. Bunch of, 4 controllers. Well, 3 controllers because it came with 1 or 2. However it went. I think it came with 2. But anyway. And so I wound up buying a 360. Okay. So from 2000, when the GameCube came out, to whatever it was, 2005 or 6, whenever the 360 came out, what I did was I was in Best Buy one day, and I wasn't even looking for a game console really, and I kept hearing these sound effects, and I went around and I looked, and it was I saw the Xbox 360 they had hooked up and had whatever games they were running. They had a PlayStation hooked up. I guess it was a PlayStation 2 by that time when the 360 came out. I didn't have the first Xbox. I got the 360. But what ended up happening was I just found myself being more attracted to what I saw with the 360. So I wound up buying the 360. Now, all of this talk about exclusives and this, that, and what system has this and this, you can always look at what you like, what you feel like suits you better, and you go for that. But I've never shitted on any company. I've never looked at any of these game consoles and just, I can't stand this system because yada yada. First off, nobody's making you play them. And for the most part, you're not even playing them. You just watch videos, you hear things, and then you do these comparisons and you want to make whatever you have better than what everybody else has. So you make yourself team PlayStation or team whatever. But at the end of the day, it's like, what do you gain by doing that? See, and my thing is, when I look at any comparisons, too much negativity come out of them for the most part. I'll be honest with you. Like, even if it's like how many times are we going to see Samsung Galaxy Note 20 versus Apple 12? And like at some point it's like, bro, come on, man. Like, seriously, I don't need to watch a comparison video for me to make up my mind about which phone I want, what system I want. I don't. All I need to know is what the specs on this phone is. So you tell me that this is a good phone, but this one is a good phone too, and it has a better camera, or it loads faster. I've never in my life bought a phone and said, let me load my, okay, let me count how many seconds it takes. Really, do I really care how fast the phone turns on and off? Is that really going to make me decide over, well, you know what? I was going to buy this phone, but this one took 2 seconds. This one took 1.8 seconds. So this one is a little bit faster. Is that really the selling point? No. Do I care? No. So every time we had these comparison videos, see, people make judgment based on, but they pick sides and they become, I'm team Apple, or I'm team Samsung, or I'm team whatever. Look, at the end of the day, these things are put here for us to enjoy it. But somewhere, somehow, we all got the negative bug. And when I say we all, I don't mean myself or all of us in general. I mean for those that it pertains to. That whole, this company sucks. I hate this. I hate that. I don't like this. I don't like that. I've been hearing this Android versus iOS stupid, like this just dumb nonsense for so long. It's like, I don't even watch comparison videos. All I watch is like unboxing videos. And even in that, because you like or don't like something doesn't change my stance on it. I just want to know the specs. I look at what the phone presents, and it's very hard to find people who are unbiased that will just tell you what's what. It's always a comparison. You're talking about Samsung, don't even mention Apple. You're talking about Apple, don't mention Samsung. You're talking about Pixel, don't mention Huawei. You know, it's always some reason that we have to hate on something. So for all of these people talking about the demise of Microsoft, this is a very super wealthy company. But why would you want to? Everything's a comparison. I used to watch, WCW Nitro. I used to love Nitro. I didn't compare them to WWE. I watched Nitro for Nitro. I watched Raw for Raw. And basically, sometime I would always watch Nitro live, always. And I would record Raw, so I'd watch Raw, afterwards. And at the end of the day, it was like ECW, before that, NWA, AWA, like all of these different companies. I liked them for what they offered. Just like right now, if you're watching AEW Dynamite, it doesn't feel like Raw. It doesn't feel like SmackDown. Impact Wrestling is on fire, but it's starting to heat up now because AEW has had their hand in Impact, and there's rumors that Tony Khan may be buying Impact. I don't know. Sting has came out on AEW. He has a history with TNT. You know what I'm saying? And certain old school guys like Arn Anderson and Tully Blanchard, like certain people that's there that it's like, hey, you know what? It's a good feel. But you got people, Sting's a sellout, man. He's supposed to be Team WWE. How? Sting's whole life has been WCW. Before that, NWA. WCCW, UWF. Impact Wrestling. He spent years there. How was he Team WWE? Because he went there last? And the funny thing about it is people were screaming for Sting versus Undertaker. That match didn't happen. Undertaker just retired. Now all of a sudden Sting's an old man. But he wasn't old a few months ago when you guys were fantasizing, still watering at the mouth about him fighting the Undertaker. It's like, it's so crazy. So I don't look at Impact, NXT, Raw, SmackDown, AEW, any of these companies, any of these different brands. And certain times I can't, like certain things is just not interesting and you just, whatever. And that's as far as I go with it, man. But I'm not going to come and make a channel just so I can rant about what I hate. All these little pet peeves and I can't stand it. No, nobody's making me watch it. And that's just me. I don't have that vibe of, that negative vibe. I don't have that I can't stand this and stand that, so I got to let the world know about it. Let me jump on social media and waste my time to make a video just to tell everybody how I hate things. No. At the end of the day, these things are meant to be here for us to enjoy. We can speak about something that we would like to see better. But as far as I'm concerned, that's as far as it should really go. Instead of all this, I hate. If like me, I have a Samsung. I've had Samsung products in my house for years, whether it's refrigerators, whether it's washing machines, dryers, microwave, cell phone, tablets, whatever it may be. I've had Samsung products forever. I don't hate Apple. I don't hate Huawei. Why would I possibly? Why? What do I work for Samsung? No. In fact, I will guarantee you the people that work at Microsoft and that work at Sony, if they saw each other, they shake hands, probably sit down, have coffee together or something. But the idiot fanboys, should I say, that want to run around, I hate this company, that company, this company. I mean, what do you gain out of it? The same way, someone made a comment about how Xbox has no exclusives. And I said, they did damn good to launch a system and launch without having exclusives available right away, which from what I understand, they're supposed to have a lot of them coming, okay? But at the same time, right? Why don't I talk about Sony on this channel? Because I don't have a PlayStation. That doesn't mean if I hear some news that I won't. Most of my videos are going to simply be me playing games and just displaying them on the screen. If I feel like doing something different, it's different. However the channel grows may determine on that. Okay, I don't know. But personally, I like to watch other people post their games of the gameplay, and I love that. And so I like to do the same thing. And I'm not going to sit here and make a bunch of rant videos. I don't do rants. I'm not ranting now. I'm just explaining some things that I've been noticing and like just seeing all these videos and nothing against. Why would I have anything against Sony? What the hell has Sony ever done to me? Sony's a company. I don't know them. They don't know me. But the thing is, it's a lot of PS5, put like that, fanboys who's jumping on here making these stupid videos, these hate videos. And it's like, what are you doing, man? Like what do you think that you're proving? What do you like? How do you not feel like an idiot? If this guy sat and watched his rewind to watch his video back and didn't go, man, what the hell was I thinking? This is a grown man acting like a freaking imbecile, man. And it's like, are you serious? Here's my thing about this whole choosing sides thing, okay? If you are a true gamer, okay, I don't label myself. I'm a man. That's what I am. I'm a human being. I love to play games. Yeah. I love to have fun and enjoy myself. So with or without COVID, but especially now with COVID, okay, I have more time to do things than I did before. But when you sit back and you watching something good on Netflix, or you buy, nice Blu-ray, you got good Blu-ray movies and video game systems and all that, if that's up your alley, then that's what you're going to do. A lot of people, they're like, oh, I don't really care about this and that, or they'll have a game. Like I know people that have game systems and have like 1 or 2 games. Years go by, they still have those same 1 or 2 games. They're using the case that it comes in for a damn ashtray, stuff like that. And it's like people just have something to do. That's not even a casual gamer. That's just someone who probably bought something out of boredom and imagined it being different from what it was. Probably don't have the patience to try to even finish a game, right? Regardless. So people, I'm a gamer. Then you have people saying I'm defending my gaming community. I hate for people to come in and do this and this and this. Like these same people I'm talking about, if not for channels that I support speaking about these people, I wouldn't even know who they were. And I don't go on their channels to watch their videos. Okay, I never have, and I don't plan on doing that. So I just know of what they're doing because of the videos that they play and show them making fools out themselves. But I don't even understand how people can even take a piece of plastic with a little machine inside of it and actually express hate. I just don't get it. I just don't. But it doesn't speak good on their behalf. So mostly what I like I said, what I like to do is post the videos of myself playing games. I've just gotten into this UFC 3. I've had it for a long time, man, but I've been so busy. Now I started to learn the buttons. Sometime when I play it, I'm still in Fight Night Champions mode. And it's like, okay, you kind of forget because you're trying to throw punches and you're thinking about how you throw them with Fight Night and whatever. So, and Nintendo and Xbox buttons are similar in setup, but where there's a Y, there's an X on one, and where there's a B, there's an A on the other, that type of thing. So when I switch back and forth, I have to pay attention to which, like, okay, this is not the Switch now, this is Xbox, vice versa. So, even if I thought I was, okay, Fight Night Champions, my skills are up. UFC 3, I'm a beginner, man. I've learned how to punch, kick, and all that, but it's like I'm still at the point of having to look down at and glance sometime at the buttons of what I'm doing, or not sure if I'm remembering what punches I'm about to throw, and that type of thing. And as the more I play, it'll second nature. That's how every game is. You get it. You don't have to look down. You don't have to glance down, nothing. You just know it. So, yeah, but at the same time, you always have somebody when they come in the comments, oh, man, you're a beginner. Duh. Yeah, I really needed you to tell me that. And I can see you're a pro at being stupid and running your mouth and acting like a freaking jackass. Like, I mean, I don't go on anybody's channel being disrespectful. I don't go on anybody's channel to voice my opinion unless it's positive. And if I do respond to something that somebody's doing, like a response to something that somebody posts, and, it's one thing. But overall, what I'm saying, I don't go on your channel. Like the guys making idiots about themselves, I don't go on their channels to tell them anything. I don't go on their channels at all. And I don't. I have no reason to. I have no interest in that. But if we can't sit back and play actual video games and enjoy them and have fun, it's like, what are we doing? Why would I buy a system just to sit up and get pissed off or want to argue about every other company? And I don't even have those systems. So on my playlist videos, I share videos about every system, whether it's Google Stadia, whether it's these retro play and plug systems, whatever, old school systems, whatever it may be. But like I said, I don't have a PlayStation. So am I going to spend more time looking at what PlayStation has, or am I going to spend more time looking at what they have available for Xbox and for Nintendo? Because that's the systems I have, and that's what I plan on buying games for. Now, that doesn't mean I won't make mentions about something that PlayStation has, but as far as me posting content, no, I don't have any of that. So it would take a video like this where I'm hearing something, and like I said, I'm not anti-PlayStation. I don't have a reason to go out right now and buy a PlayStation. These games are $60 a pop. The controllers are like $60 a pop or more. Okay, especially if you want to get like a master controller, something like that. And at the end of the day, it's like, what are we doing all this for? I mean, I don't have time to play all of those damn games. I got so many games right now I haven't even come close to even completing. So, like, no. I mean, again, so, I'm working with the Wii, which I'm playing all of my old GameCube games on. I'm working with a 360. I'm working with a Nintendo Switch, a Xbox One X, a Xbox Series X. That's 5 systems. How many more systems do I need? And this is a whole new library. So if I did buy a PlayStation, I would buy it strictly for exclusives. You understand? So it's like, do I really need that? No. I've seen games for the PlayStation that I thought was good games. Like, yeah, PlayStation is a solid system. They make good games. They make great games. Okay, they make great, like this, developers make great games for that system. But so do they make the same games for a lot of the same games for Microsoft. I mean, not for Microsoft, but for the Xbox. And the same thing for Nintendo. Nintendo has more exclusives than any other company or any other game console. Okay, they have more. And so if it was about exclusives alone, then I'd buy a Switch and I wouldn't need any other system. But it's about being able to have variety. The Xbox and Sony are far more comparable. Okay, so my thing is this. Because Nintendo was so different in so many ways, to me, it's either you have a Switch, for me, okay, a Switch and an Xbox, or a Switch and a PlayStation. And with the backwards compatibility and everything with Microsoft, why would I feel the need to go out and buy a brand new PlayStation after start a whole new library? Like, no. No, I don't feel the need to do that. I'm perfectly fine with what I have, but there's no anti. And if I said, if I didn't like PlayStation, that would be my choice, but I wouldn't be making this video if that's the case. Okay, but the fact that grown adults are jumping on these videos just to make their hatred known is so ignorant, so childish, so stupid. And if we're not going to sit here and just enjoy the games that we have available to us, then it's like looking at somebody else's house going, man, do you see that furniture they have over there? That furniture's ugly. Oh man, that guy opened his refrigerator. They have no food in there. Can you believe this guy? Why are you looking in somebody else's window worrying about what they're doing? Focus on what's going on in your house. That's how I see it. So my channel is Xbox and Nintendo Force because this is what I'm going to talk about. And this is the games that I'm going to display is from those two systems. Those different companies rather. So no, there's not going to be and there's going to be time. Yeah, I'm going to post videos of the old games, new games. That's what I'm going to do. But it's not going to be a thing where I'm making videos about I hate this system, I hate that system. I think, look, Google Stadia, right? You stream all these games, okay? You can play on the go, on your cell phone, your tablet, or whatever. Just because I don't have a Google Stadia, does that mean that I hate Google? No. Okay. First off, I think for somebody who don't want to buy physical games and they just want to pick up a game and play, they don't really so much care about physical copies, then yeah, that would be the way to go if you got a good internet connection. See, and over where I live at, the internet connection out here is iffy. So Google Stadia wouldn't be a good fit for me. Why? Because it's too many times where, all this buffering and buffering and buffering and you're waiting and waiting. It's like, no. So that wouldn't be good for me. So it's always good to be able to have the physical copies to put in. Now, let me make that clear. There's no anti just because I don't have it. So why would I make a video saying, oh, the hell with Google Stadia sucks. They don't have exclusives and they're this and they're this and that. And someone said the other day that Google is starting to make exclusives. Now, I haven't heard or saw any videos of any like big titles that they made as far as exclusives are concerned, or anything actually, because they run the same games that they have for other systems. But if Google is serious about making exclusives that stand out, not just some game that you play, just like something filler, just to say, well, this is only for Google, but like a real standout type game, that would definitely help their product. It would definitely help their product because, to be honest with you, I don't personally know anybody that has one. And if they do have it, they've never mentioned it. So I don't know anything like anybody that has one. I just know what they offer. And then looking at like the Xbox One S, a Series S, I have a One X and I have a Series X. The fact that you're doing the same thing as all digital copies on that One S. My thing about that is, for me, certain games I'd rather have a physical copy. Like for my Switch, there's certain games I have the physical copy and certain games I have the upload. Okay, the digital download. But other than that, yeah, there's no hatred. Why would there be? Stop showing all this hate, man. If you don't like something, just don't watch it. Why feed into it? Why would I look up to see what PlayStation is doing just so I can bash them? So yeah, for somebody to, like this guy said, I'm sorry, if you got an Xbox, I can't be your friend. And I started really like, wow, this guy's really sick in the head. And I wish I was face to face with him so I could ask him, who the hell do you think want to be your friend or care if you don't want to be their friend? Who the hell do you think cares? But it was just like, wow. And I'm watching, Scott Griffin, I support his channel. I can't remember the first part. I just know the last name is Griffin. Yeah, he has a good channel. And he's posts these videos and this, just different people. But this particular one guy, out of all of them was like, all of them really, all of them. But this guy with the stupid faces and sound effects he's making and all. And it's like, this guy really is feeling himself, making a fool out of himself. Like, if you watch that video back, like I said, you don't look at yourself and think, man, I made an ass out of myself. Yeah, so anyway, look, people, I'm about to end this video. But on that note, let me just say, these games were put here for us to enjoy, to have fun with, and I like to communicate with people that like to have fun. I'm not making channels and videos so I can just sit here and rant and talk about what I hate, what I don't like, and this company is this and that. It really changes nothing. Some of us give news about what's going on. Some of us rant. Some of us sit up and just make videos just to make videos. But at the end of the day, I'm on here to have fun. And if that's not what you're here for, stay the hell up off my channel. Anyway, that's all I'm going to say in this video. And I will catch y'all on the next one. Keep gaming.